Hello, everyone. Today I'm here to talk to you about my top 5 favorite films of 2023. It's another interesting year for interesting movies. Some of them, anyway. I feel like most of them this year have been pretty bad, but there have been some that have been pretty damn good, in my opinion. And I'm looking forward to breaking down my top 5 list with you all today. So, let's get started. Also, real quick, just wanted to let you guys know that I am currently outside, wanting to breathe in the fresh air and enjoy the holidays and do this little video before the new year. Number 5 is Scream 6. I really enjoyed this movie, and I believe this is my favorite of the Scream franchise. I saw it with an old friend of mine, and we had a great time, and the kills were just super savage. And it made me that much more excited to find out who the killer actually was. I was engaged throughout. As of now, Scream 7 is canceled. And in the beginning, when they fired Samantha Barrera, I was disappointed. I was like, oh my goodness, you sons of bitches. But I had, some small hope for the film because the director who did Freaky, the horror comedy film Freaky, which I saw this past Halloween. I know I was mad late to the party, but when I saw that movie, I was like, oh shit, this is a really good movie, and this guy's gonna do Scream 7. I'm hyped. I was hyped that he was gonna, still be part of Scream 7, even though Samantha Barrera, left, or more, she got fired, let go. But then we find out that he quit. And that's, rightfully so. Do your thing, man. But it sucks because, I was really looking forward to it. But upon thinking about it more, I like the idea of Scream 6 being the final Scream movie. I mean, selfishly for me, it's my favorite. I feel like Samantha Barrera's character's arc is kind of completed. She embraced her demons, then let go of her demons. The torch was passed to her. Before that, the only loose end that I thought about was Stu Macher, the Stu character. I was kind of looking forward to see if they were gonna, go get him back, but there was never confirmation on that, just rumors. But that aside, if this is the final Scream movie, I'm happy with it. Scream 5 got me into the franchise, and Scream 6 has made me content and happy with the franchise ending. Not in a bad way, but in a good way. Like it's like a beautiful book that you just finished reading and you just want to politely close the chapter on. So anyway, I enjoyed this movie throughout. It's a great film to me. Good horror film. Best, in my opinion, best movie in the franchise. Number 4. Now, this one was a struggle between this and number 3. I went back and forth, but ultimately I landed on this being 4 because I haven't seen all of the Mission Impossible movies, to be honest with you. The very first one I ever saw was Ghost Protocol. I had a really good time with that movie. That was a good theater experience. I wanted to see what was that one with Henry Cavill? Fallout? I wanted to see that so bad, but a lot of stuff at that time kept, preventing me from going to see it. But I did get to see this movie, and I do plan on rewatching the ones I've already seen and seeing the whole franchise from the first one up until part 2 of this comes out. because I wish I could have been more emotionally invested in the characters, but I haven't been with them from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, I still enjoyed the heck out of this film. It was a fun thrill ride. Haley Atwell is so damn fine in this movie. She was way more attractive in this movie than she was in any of the Marvel movies for some reason. Not to say that she wasn't, in those movies, but here it's just 10 times more. I can't put my finger on it, but oh my goodness, she's hot. She's a hot woman. But yeah, she stole the show a bit in there. Her and Tom Cruise's chemistry was great. The action, the spectacle, the stunts, it was captivating. I'm really invested to see what happens next. I like the main villain. The main villain was Deathstroke in the HBO Max series, or Max series, Titans, and he did a good job. I would like for them to use him for the films, to be the film version of Deathstroke as well, if Joe Manganiello is unable to do it, because he still deserves to be Deathstroke in my opinion. But anyway, this movie is great, and it is my number 4, and I very much look forward to seeing it again, as well as the other films, especially part 2. Oh yeah. Number 3. Now, to me, this movie is very beautiful and fucked up. And what's great about it is that it's based on a true story. Now, when I saw the trailers, I'll be honest with you, I kind of expected to be bored a little bit, but I was engaged and captivated throughout the whole picture, throughout the whole film. I was thinking that I was gonna be mostly hooked by DiCaprio and De Niro, but it ended up being Lily Gladstone. She stole the show for me. She has like this warmth, this soulful warmth, comforting essence about her character that is very attractive. I can't put my finger on it, but there's just something about her that really pulled me in the experience. It was her. De Niro, his character was an asshole, but it was like a very kind of charming snake in the grass asshole. DiCaprio played kind of someone who's just slow, but I believed him when he was with her. Like, I believed he really loved this woman. And I think there's a lot of nuance in this story. I don't want to talk about it too much in case if you haven't seen it. I think it's definitely something you should experience the first time without someone spoiling it for you. So I'll try my best to keep this short, but I think this movie is fantastic. The fact that it is a true story makes me kind of love it even more. It's very sad, very unfortunate what happened to the Osage people in that time, and how white people in that time, just wanted them for their wealth and did these horrible things to them, and they just kind of got away with it for a long time without no repercussions. But I want to say more, but I'm gonna stop there because I think that should be the bare minimum. Everyone with the top 3, DiCaprio, De Niro, and Gladstone, they did great. This movie is very moving. It is definitely worth an Academy Award, and it definitely made me think. And I was emotionally invested. Definitely great film. Number to The Killer. This movie, in terms of visuals, is slick, sexy, smooth, rich in its cinematography, and it gives me all the good vibes that I want in a film in terms of what I'm looking at. This movie, I'm so glad I saw this. This came out on Netflix. This was like a Netflix thing. But when I saw that first trailer and then that second trailer, I liked the first trailer more, but the second trailer just really pushed me to it. I was like, I have to see this in the theater. And I'm glad I did, because this was like, I feel, aside from Magneto, I feel like this is Michael Fassbender's magnum opus, because he gives a very cool, cold, calculated approach to like this hitman assassin slash serial killer. No, he's not a serial killer. It's not like Dexter or anything. It's more like Barry minus all the comedy, but with more style, if that makes sense. I love the fuck out of this film, and I plan on watching it again. There's not much I can say except go see it. You need to go see this movie, support it, because this was great, and it was based on a comic book, and like a Korean version that I thought it was based on a comic book. I think it might be. Anyway. This one, The Killer, is a great film. It almost became my number one, but there's like not really a lot of complaints I have. It did its job. Basically, it did its job fine. It's just my number one just did things to another level. But if number one didn't exist, this would be my number one. Yeah, again, go see it. It's a great film. I'm not spoiling this. I just want to gush about the technical aspects of it. The acting between Michael Fassbender and there's this woman in it, androgynous. I cannot remember her name for the life of me right now. There's a woman that talks about a story, tells a joke about a bear. Right there, I think you'll know who I'm talking about. Anyway, The Killer, perfect film. Perfect film. I love it. Again, go see it. 5 out of 5 for me. 5 out of 5. Number 1, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Now, I wish I could have said that my number 1 was The Flash. I really, really wish I was able to. But that movie kind of went under my expectations a bit. I still enjoy that movie, but Spider-Verse ended up just toppling it, and it's a masterpiece. This movie acts like it won an Oscar. It acts like it, and it proceeds to deliver like hard-hitting drama, great acting, even though it's like cartoons. There's great acting in these voice actors' performance, even though it's animated. I don't think I've ever seen this before. It's super well done, top notch. It's perfect. It deserves all the animated awards. There's nothing I can say that hasn't already been said. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse is a masterpiece. Well, that has been my top 5 favorite films of 2023. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all next year. Peace.